If I take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island.
What's up, my beautiful people? This is your boy Stefan, your Afro-Grenadian ambassador. I welcome you all back to my channel. My subscribers, viewers, channel members, I appreciate you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Don't forget to watch all the ads that are placed on this video. It will be a great help to me, and the future and the very existence of this channel depends upon it. Well, in today's video, my friends, we have a clip where an Indian woman says that most Indians don't like black people. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you ever had experiences with Indian people? Have you ever have encounters with Indian people who are racial? You know, they don't accept you as a black man, they don't accept you as a black woman, they see you different. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. But let's take a listen to what she has to say, and then I will come right back with more comments about this.
I wanted to tackle this question right here. A lot of Indians don't like black people because if you have a baby with a black guy, they think how dark it will come out. And in my case, this is true. So my family always called me dark growing up. Mind you, I'm not that dark, but my mother is darker than me and my father is lighter than me. So of course, then you get me. But apparently I'm still dark. So when I was pregnant with my son, all my mom would say is how dark my child was going to be. Now, when he was born, when you look at the top of a newborn's earlobe, you'll see what color they're going to be, basically. Their pigmented earlobe basically tells you how dark or how light the child is. So what she said was, he's going to be so dark, look at his ear. I was like, huh? I didn't get it until later that she thought that because of his ear, he's going to be dark. And well, anyway, colorism is a big issue in India, and that could be why they don't really.
Yes, I think it's funny enough that, you know, a lot of Indians are here in the Caribbean. We have a lot of Indians. Indians are a part of our history in the Caribbean. You know, even though the Caribbean is dominantly or predominantly of Afro descent, we have black people of Afro descent who are mixed with Indians, or they have a trace of Indian in them because of, you know, the indentureship that came here after the abolishment of slavery, and then we have Indians mixing with Africans, and that's how we get Africans with a trace of Indians in them and Indians with a trace of Africans in them. But what I want to say is that a lot of colorism is an issue indeed. You know, it's an issue all over the world. Here in the Caribbean, colorism is an issue in a sense that, well, I can only, well, for Grenada, you know, people tend to associate blackness with a low self-esteem. You know, when, you know, blackness is not appealing, and you know, a lot of people see it as a reason to lighten the skin. Some of them, that's the reason why they lighten the skin. They try to lighten the color because, you know, black is a color that is not appealing, and that's one of the things that the mindset that have been, you know, really take a hold of a lot of our young people here in the Caribbean, and even elderly folks too. I'm now seeing lightening the skin. You know, elderly folks that are supposed to be setting an example, they are now lightening the skin, which is very sad. But coming back to the issue here is that I have approached a lot of Indians. Now, I don't shy away from having conversations. I have approached a lot of Indians. Now, big up to all the Indians that are good, genuine people. You know, I have met Indians who are good, genuine people. But I had this encounter sometime back in the last 6 months. Yes, 6 months ago, I had this encounter where I went into one of those Indian stores, and I went there with not the intention of buying anything, but having a conversation when it comes to ethnicity, to see what Indians think about us black people. You know, they have been here, they do business, we coexist with them, and I wanted to get a sense what they really think about us. So there was this young man that I saw who was very genuine. You know, he was a very genuine young man, and I approached him and I started having striking a conversation with him. You know, about the history of Indians here in the Caribbean, because you know Indians have a role in our history here in the Caribbean. You know, as I said about the indentured servants, and they came here after the abolishment of slavery. And while I was having that conversation, the young man was started to open up to me. You know, he was starting to open, asking me, "Are you from Grenada?" And I told him yes. You know, and we started having an open conversation. He was getting more and more into details about himself and where he was come from. And there was this other Indian man in the store that came and cut him off. Is like, because I didn't know, I didn't recognize that he was listening or eavesdropping on our conversation. So he was really monitoring the guy speaking to me. And I don't know, he maybe thought the guy was saying too much, or maybe he was being too open. The guy literally come and took the young Indian guy, away and take him away from me, from the conversation, and gave him, distract him in a sense with work, right? He said, "Look, you have things to do, go." I mean, they were speaking in the language, but I had a sense of what he was doing. He was telling the guy, "Go do something else, go do this, go do that," and the guy he found something for the guy to do. And I couldn't have that conversation anymore. So that is the kind of experiences I had, these racial experiences I had with Indian people here, especially in my proximity. But yeah, Indians, guys, let me know what you think about Indians. Have you ever had an encounter with Indians who are racial? But what I do know, Indians are very, very much, not all, but most of them are very much anti-black, I should say, or they are racial, they are very racial. Because also, I know a little bit of Hindi, right? Hindi is the main language. So I try to learn languages as much as I can, the basics, So there was one time I was learning the basic of Hindi, how to say hi, hello, because, going into those Indian stores, some of them can speak proper English. So I said, it's best, it's good that I take up on my own to learn the basics, to introduce my introduction, saying good morning, saying good afternoon, so I can relate to them in their language. And when I went there, I was so excited to communicate, because I thought I was confident enough to communicate in basic Hindi, and I went there communicating. And there was this woman, Indian woman. I said good morning, good morning and hello, or, namaste, and good morning is shikaru, and, basic Hindi. And I started to ask her the price in Hindi about an item. But I didn't want to buy the item, because I just wanted to see, what is the mindset towards us black people. And when she recognized that I could have at least speak basic Hindi, communicate with her in her language, she was like that. "I don't understand you. I don't know." And she was vexed. She was angry, upset. You could have seen in her facial expression that she was angry. "I don't understand you. I don't understand you." And I started speaking more in Hindi. No. And that was her response. No. I don't understand you. I don't know. And she was asking one of her worker, which was a local Grenadian, what he's saying, And I think that was racial, because at the end of the day, they communicate to us in our language. They speak to us in our language. But when you communicate to them in their language, they pretend as though they don't know what you are saying. It's like you have no right as a black person to learn the language, So it's that is the racial thing I have experienced with Indians. So let me know about your experience. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But Indians, are they racial? Have you encountered good Indians, bad Indians, racial Indians? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think, or do you agree, that Indians do not like black people? Take care. God bless you. Until next time.